Hi everyone, welcome to my cooking channel. Today we're making a baked Italian stuffed salmon that's absolutely delicious and ready in just 15 minutes. The recipe's in the description below. Make sure to like and subscribe for more cooking recipes. Let's get started by prepping our vegetables for the dish. Here I have some tomatoes on the vine and I'm just going to start dicing these so that way I get 1/3 cup of diced tomatoes for our salmon filling. Next, I'm going to grab my shallot, and you want to finely dice your shallot so that way you get 1/8 cup of total shallots to top for your asparagus. After that's done, you're going to want to prep your asparagus. So I have a pound of thick asparagus, and you want to cut off 1 inch from the bottom of that. And then make sure that you remove any type of sticky spears, as we don't want those, they're no longer good. Now I'm going to prep my salmon. So I have 1 pound of king skin-on salmon fillets. And what I like to do is add little cuts to the fillet as it helps me evenly portion these out. You're going to want 3 fillets that are 5 ounces each. You can certainly get these pre-prepped for you at the grocery store. I just like doing it myself. Make sure that it's king size though, because you want to make sure you have enough room to add a cut to and then fill. Then we're going to remove any type of bones or scales. You don't want to bite into these as they're done. Now we're going to add a slit to our salmon. So you're going to add a 1.5 inch long slit down the top. And then you want to make sure that it's 1 inch deep as well, as you're going to stuff your salmon with 2 to 3 tablespoons of a spinach creamy cheesy filling that we're going to make. Next, you want to set your pan to about low-medium heat and then add a tablespoon of olive oil. Next, add your diced tomatoes and have these caramelize for about 2 to 3 minutes on low, just so they get a little bit of color on them. Then you're going to add 1 tablespoon of minced garlic or 3 garlic cloves. And again, let this saute for about 1 to 2 minutes until the garlic really soaks into those tomatoes, giving it a lot of flavor. Then you're going to add some spinach, so you can do 2 cups of fresh spinach or 1/4 cup of frozen diced spinach. I prefer frozen, but this is what I had on hand. Then I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of heavy cream, 1/4 cup of fresh Parmesan cheese, generous amounts of garlic salt, and then 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning blend. Mix this together and let it simmer for about a minute or so, and then remove from the heat and then let it cool down completely so that way you can start filling your salmon fillets. Now I'm going to start adding my fillets to the baking sheet. You want to put these skin down and then add some olive oil to each fillet. You want to make sure that you completely cover these in olive oil. It's going to make the skin super crispy, and it's also going to let the seasonings that you add stick to it easily. Then I'm going to add some black pepper, some salt, and you want to, again, make sure that you evenly incorporate all that seasoning on the top of the salmon fillet, on the bottom, and on the sides, just making sure that the flavor is all over. Now we're going to start stuffing our salmon. So I have 2 tablespoons of the filling that we just made completely cool down, and start gently putting it into those slits that you created. Now I have a piece of foil, and this is where I'm going to put my asparagus spears. Then I'm going to add about 1 tablespoon of olive oil, some salt, some pepper, and also some garlic salt. Once you have all of that coated, then you're going to add your shallots. I didn't include that, but that's what you do after. Then you're going to completely seal the asparagus, making sure that there's no holes in it so it can steam well in the oven. And then you're going to add this to your oven at 400 degrees for about 12 to 15 minutes. I like leaving it in there for about 15 minutes just because it has more of a crispy skin on the bottom, and then it comes out perfectly. Your asparagus is tender, cooked through. Your salmon is absolutely delicious. I like to serve this also with a fresh lemon wedge. It makes it a lot more fresh and cuts through that really butteriness of the salmon. But it's absolutely delicious. I love making this on the weekdays when I'm looking for something different. Leave a comment below if you plan on trying this, and bon appetit!